But welcome people. Today, what I'm finna talk about is all of these BAFTA Best Video Games of 2024 nominations. Reject all, because I reject all you fuck niggas. The list, there's a lot of lists here. So all I'm gonna do, actually, why do they have the how it works after everything? So I'm gonna read the how it works, see what easy allies have to say about, whatever. So what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna read this how it works, then I'm gonna go through the categories and give my opinions in it, quick and short, basically. Over 1,000 people helped curate this list of industry professionals, all members of BAFTA, the arts charity for film, games, and television. 247 games were considered by BAFTA members this year. All games were released between the 25th of November 2023 and the 15th of November 2024. Each game is now in the running for at least one BAFTA nomination across 17 competitive categories. BAFTA members will begin voting, blah blah blah. Okay, I thought that was gonna be a little bit different, but let's read the categories and let's see what they're talking about. I wish they had like more in-depth explanations, so I'm gonna do a lot of assuming here because these are just lists, and if I don't know the game, it's shit's gonna be out the running, because if I let games that I don't know about be in the running, I'm gonna be sitting here for fucking ever. For best animation, there's Astrobot, Black Ops 6, hell no, they got them dumbass AI animated guns, hell no. Dragon Age of Veilguard, I haven't seen anything bad, but I haven't personally played the game. Harold Halibut, haven't heard of it. Helldivers 2, nah, Helldivers 2 had some, alright, then come right here, nope, off, go right there, sit, because I don't like when you crying, bro. Thank you, good boy. Alright, anyway, Helldivers 2. I don't think Helldivers had good or bad animation. I think the animation for Helldivers, it met the standard, and that's it. They didn't do anything outstanding with their animation that made me go, whoa! Versus, let's say, Astrobot, on the other hand. Astrobot, like, their animation is very expressive and it's very immersive in the Astrobot world, and it really makes you feel things that are going on in the game that otherwise you wouldn't be able to feel or wouldn't be given context for. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, I think out of what I've seen so far, that's the only thing that could give Astrobot a run for its money, because this game, even though it's more of a like realistic game and not so much cartoony realistic in terms of how it's animated and what the characters can do and whatnot, I still think it has great animation, because a lot of the animations are expressive and fluid, and not only that, a lot of the particle effects aren't just sitting there overwhelming the fuck out of you and just being blind colors to make your eyes hurt in 4K as fast as possible. I think all the colors and the motions and the movements and everything in that game is not only well expressive, but it's clear. You know what? I might have to give the edge to Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, because yes, Astrobot has some good animation. You know what? That might be on level design, but yes, it has some good animation, but there were quite a few times where I was confused as to why the fuck certain things were happening or going on. So I'll give the edge to Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Y'all know how I feel about Camp Run Blade 2. Thank goodness you're here. I've heard that before. Oh, Space Marines. Yeah, never played that shit. I'm not gonna lie, this might be crazy, but I think it's Space Marine 2 solely for the fact of the amazement of how many of those pieces of tyrannid scum you can see on screen at once. And it shifts to the left. Nice. So we do have to think about it. For how many pieces of tyrannid scum you can see on your screen at once, I think they need to be commended for that animation, because that shit truly is like amazing, bruh. How many Tyranids that you can see on your screen at once? I think about that's good. Yeah, about that's good. But the just purely off of how many Tyranids you can see on your screen at once, I think they win off of that alone. Oh yeah, the game of the year. Okay, so we'll scroll back up for game of the year. For all the other categories, we're going to read through those first. Okay, artistic achievement, Animal Well. I haven't played Animal Well, but I think this is up there with, this is one of the better ones. Astrobot. I love the art of Astrobot and I love the art style, but taking my bias out, Animal Well has a more, I don't want to say unique, because pixel art isn't a unique thing, but it has a more bold art choice, being that like you're taking a risk whenever you make your game pixelated to younger players, because a lot of people who are younger players are basically going to look at it and they're going to do like that dumbass white producer and go, get that bullshit out of here, and they're just going to dismiss it off the rip. And you know, it's fun and all to make a great game for the sake of your legacy, but part of your legacy is also sadly determined by how much money your game made. So it is a very bold choice. I gotta respect it, and I gotta give them respect for that. So them and Astrobot are neck and neck. Black Myth Wukong doesn't have the greatest animation, and I say that because not only, this is just going from what I've seen someone else's playthrough. So if you know different, show me different. Black Myth Wukong, in terms of those like chapter ending cutscenes, the couple that I've seen, those look amazing, those look cool. But in terms of like the actual gameplay animation for attacks and stuff like that, and animations for the things that bosses do, par for the course. There's nothing spectacular to blow me out the water. And with this category this year for artistic achievement, I think there's gonna be a lot of stiff competition with just Astrobot and Animal Well alone. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I may not like this game, but it does look pretty. But in terms of artistic achievement, I don't know. Also, another thing that these two games have going for them is their gameplay designs and their gameplay types are really freaking bold. Because let's be real, I won't say that Astrobot is the only platformer that released this year, but in terms of platformers that weren't just played by people sitting in the corner at social functions on a Steam Deck, if you wanted to name a game that fits that category, you would say Astrobot for this year. Now there's probably a couple other games that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head that aren't, you know, as popular as Astrobot, but Astrobot is legitimately a 10 out of 10 game worth putting a cock in your ass that's Astrobot colored. Harold Halibut, don't know what game that is. Metaphor Refantasio. That game does look beautiful. Like, not only the thing that I'll give this game, hey, no, come over here. Why I put something like Metaphor Refantasio in terms of artistic achievement, the reason why I will put it over, excuse me, choked on my spit while I gotta pick up a cup that this darn dog knocked over. Sit down, because you're aggravating me, sir. Sit. No, that's not me offering you my hand. Good. Oh, Metaphor Refantasio, the thing, what I'll say why Wukong I think deserves to be in this category, because those ended chapter cutscenes that I've seen, I only seen like 2 or 3, and I heard at the end of every chapter they change, and I don't exactly remember how many chapters there are in Wukong, but the couple that I did see look gorgeous. They look absolutely beautiful. So I can't front on this game, even though I'm a little bit biased negatively towards that game somewhat. I'm not gonna be unfair. Oh my god, now I gotta change this shit again. Hold on. OBS shenanigans happening. But no, not the name. Or whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But again, Black Myth Wukong and Metaphor both have amazingly animated cutscenes in terms of like the cutscenes where it's actual animation. But the thing that Metaphor holds over Black Myth Wukong is ignoring consistency, because we're just going about artistic achievement. Ignoring consistency, because Wukong will never win that conversation. Ignoring consistency. Metaphor Refantasio, outside of its cutscenes, still looks beautiful. It still looks wonderful. It still holds an art style that amazes you and shocks you and leaves you in awe and a wow, how the fuck did they do this type of emotion when you get out of those cutscenes. So Metaphor is a strong runner. Never. Now, I don't think I'm gonna ever play this game on stream, but from the gameplay showcase that I did see, long play that I did see of like 3 hours, this game is freaking gorgeous. And the number one thing I complimented about this game, and why I'm now that I think about it retrospectively, why the fuck isn't this in an animation category? This game is so beautiful that you could go to a playthrough of this game like without face cam, pause any frame of video, and the shit will be beautiful. It'll look like something you can hang up in your crib and put on your wall. You was gonna help. No, Blade 2. Still Wasted Deep, never heard of that. Thank goodness you're here. I would have to actually know about gameplay, how the game looks in gameplay, and what innovative ideas were implemented into it, which I assume innovative ideas is more safe for the gameplay design section, so I'm not gonna make it a big factor, but I haven't played this game either way, so who gives a fuck. Audio achievement. Astro, damn sure not Black Myth Wukong. I will say the audio cues and whatnot in Black Ops 6 are freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. Hold on one second. Down. You cannot go out there, sir. Down. Nope. Down. Down. There you go. There's foot. Now you can hug my foot and make me static. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. The audio design in Black Ops 6, because I have been playing that a lot recently, and it's actually gorgeous. It's actually gorgeous. I gotta give it my flowers. I hate to do it, but Call of Duty, for me missing it and coming back after years, I gotta give it a clap up button, because the audio design in Black Ops 6 is actually amazing. All the guns look punchy. All the audio cues are like footsteps and stuff like that are clear and like accurate in terms of left and right, and 360 audio and whatnot are good. And I know a lot of people are gonna talk about, oh, pay to win audio, blah 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 blah. But it's like, bro, the audio in this game is freaking amazing. That pay to win audio is probably a scam. But the audio in this game, the free to play version. Hey, Jermaine's been on. I don't know how to pronounce that part. But Jasmine, thank you for the W. Follow. Go ahead and throw the V one time. And I'm gonna tell you, like I tell everybody, if you are here to chill and vibe, welcome. If you're here to sell me some art, sell yourself or pass out that fucking door. I don't want it. But if you're here to chill and vibe, let's chill and vibe. But when it comes to Black Ops 6, the damn, this is a bot. I said I'm gonna stop shouting out follows, because these niggas just be straight bots. Anyway, the audio design in Black Ops 6. See, look, nigga said yes. Yo, y'all, fuck whoever's making these goddamn bots, bro. I'm gonna finish what I was saying about Black Ops 6 first though. But the audio design, like I was trying to say, and Black Ops 6 is actually good, and it's on point on all dimensions and all like angles and whatnot. On all angles and all dimensions and whatnot. It's just all around good, bro. All around good. Alright, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here! Final Fantasy Rebirth. I haven't watched or heard enough of that game to give like an exact, what you call it, like an exact opinion. Helldivers 2, I would have to go back and listen to some more gameplay, but from what I remember, it was kind of par for the course. Metaphor, I haven't played Metaphor, so just going off what I've seen, audio achievement is talking about sound design, not music. And again, they're not giving us parameters, so I'm just assuming. Because if they have a music category, that's a whole different thing. If this category includes music, No question, it's a toss-up between Astrobot and Metaphor. But if this is just talking about game sound design, I don't know if Metaphor is that strong, because the sound design in Metaphor is, again, it's not bad, it's just par for the course. Senua Saga technically should win because of the little whisper shit, but Star Wars Outlaws, hell no. Still Wakes the Deep, have no idea about that game. For best game, I'm assuming that's game of the year, and we're gonna read through the shit up top for that. British game, what the fuck does that mean? What the fuck is British game? I'm not even going off that category. Animal Well. Oh, debut game for, is this a good first game? Not gonna lie, if Wukong is here, that shit sweeps. Okay, oh, Zhao is here. Zhao is probably gonna win. I haven't personally played Zhao, and when I do play Zhao, I'm gonna play my first time on stream. But actually, how many hours is Zhao? Because that's a game I want to archive my playthrough of. Zhao, please let it be like 5 hours, bro. Oh, 7 hours? Yeah, I definitely beat that whole shit on stream. Matter of fact, ooh, that sounds like a good ass idea. Ooh, that sounds like a good ass idea for like a Saturday or something like that. I get on stream and I don't get off stream until I beat Zhao. Ooh, that sounds like a fantastic idea. But we have Animal Well, Balatro, whatever the fuck you fucking weenies want to call it. Balatro, Botany Manor. That sounds familiar, but I don't remember it. What the fuck is this? Yeah, I've never seen this shit day in my life. I'm bugging. Out Halibut, no. Little Kitty, Big City. Is this the My Kitty? My Hello, not My Kitty. No, it. What the fuck is the name of that bitch with the pink bow? My Kitty, Hello Kitty. Oh, Hello Kitty. Yeah, I thought this was that Hello Kitty mobile game. Pacific Drive. I know that name. I know that name for sure. Damn, I don't remember shit about this game. Oh, I remember this game. I remember saying, nah, I'm good. The Plucky Squire is probably most likely to win. Zhao is, I'll probably say, a hidden horse. Okay, so, oh wait, no, I forgot Balataro's here. So for this one, I'll say probably Balataro is gonna win best debut game for the simple fact that that game for a lot of people is an addictive game that is taking up their lives, taking their money, and taking their wives, and they just can't get the fuck off Balataro. So Balataro is most likely to win, but I think Zhao is a good sleeper pick, as well as Plucky Squire. If this goes to Plucky Squire or Balataro, either one, I think it's a toss up. Assuming off of popularity, Balataro is likely if a lot of the individuals in there. It depends on the gaming taste of who's in there with naturally, but I'm just saying the most likely is Balataro, second most likely is Plucky Squire, Dark Horse, third most likely is Zhao. This some of this other shit could be likely, but I ain't ever played it. Evolving game. So I guess this is like talking about live service free-to-play games, or is it DLC shit? Okay, DLC and games that are constantly getting updates. Baldur's Gate 3, probably most likely to win alongside Diablo 4, because like I don't cover Diablo 4 a lot on this page, but whenever I'm scrolling through my articles or scrolling on social media, every time Diablo drops an expansion or an update or some new crazy news comes out about Diablo, it's all over my timeline. I just don't care about Diablo enough to give a fuck to put it in my articles to talk about it. So Diablo is very popular, so a lot of people love it. Diablo 4, or oh, excuse me, Diablo, wait, that's 5. No, because you can't have 4 symbols in a row. That is 4. Diablo 4, just in case y'all don't know how Roman numerals work, you can't have the same symbol 4 times in a row. That's why, for example, 4 isn't 4 strikes. It's IV instead. A 1 and then a 5. So 1 minus 5. Diablo 4, Factorio. I haven't heard of this game, so I don't know. Final Fantasy 14. Fuck no. Hitman World of Assassination. What the fuck is this? Is this the mobile game? Spy thriller game. Okay, fuck y'all. Images. Oh, I know what this is. Basically, It's imagine Hitman, but if every like 2-3 months they introduce new levels, new DLC, blah blah blah. Minecraft, No Man's Sky is probably gonna sweep. Reading through this category, the amount of good press I've seen not only No Man's Sky get recently, but in terms of just a legacy of how that game dropped and was a horrible, terrible, no good game, and then it turned around and went from breaking all the promises that it made to making all the promises it made go beyond, above and beyond. I think this is gonna win because they had like a big expansion or something like that this year. And World of Warcraft damn sure ain't gonna win because that is Blizzard, and people don't like Blizzard this year for a multitude of reasons. Best family game, Animal Well. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one, Chief. Astrobot. This is a strong contender. Am I bugging? Let me search EA Sports FC. Because maybe I'm losing my mind. So FIFA. They're saying that FIFA is a great family game. No, the nigglets are not begging to play FIFA. Get the fuck out of here. That's a game you introduce to a kid. That's not a game that a kid or like a fam that you would play in a kid or family setting. No, nigga. No, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. This is the multiplayer category if you add EA Sports FC 25. Get the fuck out of here. Lego Horizon Ventures, Lego hell no. Echoes of Wisdom. I can understand why this is in the family category, but this is not really a game that you're sitting there with the jitteries, you're sitting there with your wife or whatever and say, let's play Zelda, unless you're already Zelda fans. No. Little Kitty Big City, never heard of it. Planet Coaster 2, never heard of it. Plucky Swire, Super Mario Jamboree. Astrobot is a game you could play with your mom or your significant other or whatever the fuck, but it's not really a multiplayer game that's designed for that kind of environment. Super Mario Party Jamboree, fucking sweep. Game Beyond Entertainment. I don't even know what the fuck that means, and I have no way to assume what that means. Yeah, so see, we have a separate category for music. All right, I'm gonna do this one from right to left because I feel like music and multiplayer are gonna be easy, and game design I'm gonna have a lot to yap about. Music. Astrobot has some very strong music. So does Balotaro. The thing about Balotaro bops are they're kind of limited because there's but so many different music tracks and songs and areas where the music changes or diversifies, and it's not really anything that is enhancing the gameplay or affecting your viewpoint of the story or anything like that. Hold on, I'm picking up something. So the few tunes that I've heard from Balotaro are bops. They're bangers. If I was riding in a car and somebody threw them on, I'd let it play for a little minute, 30 seconds before I hit next, right? So Balotaro doesn't have bad music or anything. I don't think it's award winning. Black Myth Wukong, definitely the fuck not. It has some bangers in there, but okay, I see you want this foot. Oh my gosh, I like giving up my left leg, but he wants my right leg. He said, I want your most valuable possession, your right leg that you pivot on. Anyway, Black Myth Wukong though. That game does have some bops, it does have some bangers, it does have some good music in it. But is it better than Astrobot? Is it better than even Balotaro? Hell no. Black Ops 6, fuck no. Dragon Age of Velgard, nah. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, nah. Helldivers 2, legit, I can't, like, even when I played that game the first time, I legit don't remember hearing any music. No. Metaphoria Fantasio, some actual competition. Hellblade, no. Outlaws, double hell no. So this category is really just between Metaphor, Astrobot, Balotaro. My personal vote goes to Astrobot because the music in Astrobot not only does it enhance and help tell the story, as well as be some good diverse bangers and bops that you could legitimately like put the normal version for in your playlist and listen to in your crib while you cleaning up, in a car while you making an illegal U-turn or something like that. I personally just like their music the most, but there's a toss up. It could go either way and still be valid. Multiplayer, COD Black Ops 6. I'll say the multiplayer on that game is pretty fun. EA Sports FC, soccer game. Fuck no. We played this shit like 5 years ago, and we're gonna play this shit in another 5 years. Fuck no. Black Ops 6, just to give a short explanation, the reason why I say Black Ops 6 has good multiplayer is not only does the multiplayer work, but the new things that you can do with Omni movement just make this game so much more fun and so much cooler to play and interact with and experience, because there's more things to do in the game that you previously couldn't do. Like, even though it's impractical to use a dive, it's fun as fuck to just run through a doorway with a one-shot weapon and just jump, and all somebody sees when they coming around the corner is you in their face like this with a firearm or a baseball bat, bow, just to bust them in their face. I mean, that's a pretty cool, pretty fun thing to be able to do. Lego Horizon Adventures. Why are you here? Get the fuck out of here! Star Wars Hunters. I haven't played it, but it's a Star Wars hero shooter. It's in the conversation. Super Mario Party Jamboree. This is a very strong contender because not only is it a Mario Party game, so it's in a conversation regardless, it's a Mario Party game that people actually like. Because I remember the last 2-3 Mario parties, a lot of people I remember hearing complain about it and not liking it, and they begrudgingly paid it because it was the last and not because it was another Mario Party that was released that they like. So yeah. What are you doing? It was not another Mario Party that released that they like. Bed. No, sir, what are you doing? Bed. Tekken 8. While I may not like Tekken 8, and I may think Tekken 8 is trash, shitty 3D fighter. Hold on 1 second. Down. It don't matter where you lay, brother, as long as it's down. There you go. While I don't like Tekken 8, and personally I think it's trash, shitty 3D fighter, and I don't like it at all. I fucking hate this easy baby ass game that niggas swear to God is complicated. Niggas swear to God it's so difficult to play Tekken, but it's like, my nigga, first off, you're never gonna, you're hard stuck in paper plastic, my nigga. Shut the fuck up. So this game's not difficult, you're just stupid. That's number one. Number two, it's like, bro, it's a 3D fighter and I'm a platform fighter player. I have to hate it. Anyway, going back to the main point in conversation, Tekken 8 is still a strong contender because a lot of people like this piece of shit game. UFO 50, I don't know anything about this game, but I keep seeing it everywhere. Maybe I should try it, bro. Maybe I should try it at this point. And I remember seeing that it was only like $10 on Steam or some crazy shit like that. Yeah, $24. At this point, let me put this shit in the try it list, and I'll probably try it off stream. I don't know. V Rising, never heard of it. Warhammer 40k Space Marines 2. So y'all know how I feel, and y'all know that I got strong, good thoughts about this game. For those of y'all who haven't seen me play Warhammer, let me give you the thick of it. Whoa! Nah, let me stop. I just gave somebody out there PTSD, and they went and they just died just now. But the basically the brunt of it is the thing I like about Warhammer's multiplayer is not only is it a good multiplayer that's functional, that's getting updates and different things to make the experience feel different and enhance it. Another good thing about it is, well, another two good things about it is that this game is not filled with sweats. It's not a bunch of sweaty ass people on this game trying to go pro, trying to be the best that there never was, trying to be the best that was never paid. All these niggas like be sweating on these games for 5 viewers and 6 cents with no promise of going anywhere. Be like, yo, sit your $5 ass down and play the game for fun and get up and go to school tomorrow or work or whatever and live your life. Goddamn. War Marines, the online is very chill. It's very like cool. It's very, wait, hold up. It's just a bunch of chill guys, and the number one aspect I like about it is when you hop online in this game, You get to have fun just pretending that you're a space marine and going and wrecking people's shit. You get to either beat up Tyranids scum and throw them across the map and hit them in the walls and stuff like that, shoot them, blow them up, destroy them, rip them apart, do all this crazy stuff, as well as in addition to the diverse ways you can play the game with not only the diverse different styles of guns, but the way that, for example, you could play as like a shield bearer that holds the front line, and you could run around with the melee. You could use the character with the jetpack, jump in the sky and slam down with the hammer or a chainsaw on people's head. Or you could play as a vanguard and use your gun to single people out, to like shoot people out at a distance, and then use your grappling hook to get to good vantage points. Or you can even use your grappling hook to grapple the people, run over there and slash it out and cut them up. So there's a lot of different ways to play this game online, and this online for this game is not sweaty. It's just people role playing, calling each other brother and having fun. I like it. And this is not just because I believe in the one true emperor. This game is legitimately just genuinely good like that. Now, for best game design, we have Animal Well. I haven't played it, so I won't comment. Astrobot, probably going to sweep. Balataro, popularity, yes. Helldivers 2, in theory, sounds like a good game, so I'll give it points for that, because part of game design is being able to sum up how your game plays in a minute. So, for example, Balataro, roguelike poker. Astrobot, puzzle platform, well, not puzzle platformer, it's a old school mascot platformer. Helldivers 2, it's I forgot what's the name of the genre, but basically the genre like whereas you and a bunch of other people fighting in a war. Basically, you're fighting in a war against different enemies. Oh, PvE team shooter. That's the term I was looking for. It's a PvE team shooter where you and your friends could drop in and fight for the freedom and spread freedom for Super Earth. So in theory, this game's design sounds fucking great, but in reality, when you play the game, it's like Sleep Divers 2. The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. Haven't played it. I'll shut the fuck up. Metaphorically Fantasio. I haven't played it, but I do know a fair amount through watching stuff. The number one thing I'll say, to me personally, that I think is the coolest feature of this game is the fact that you don't have to turn-based fight everything. You could, especially for weaker enemies, you could run up and just one-shot them and basically play the game and fight enemies one-on-one in like a action hack and slash type of way. But if you want your squad to help you or anything like that and give you heals mid-battle, you can switch to turn-based mode. So certain conveniences like that, and the fact that you could go whenever you travel in between the different places in the hub world, you have to ride on that van or sand ship, whatever the fuck it is, when you transport in between the different hubs. The way that you can either skip your travel or wait out your travel in real time, or you could do certain preparations for when you get to that new place while you're traveling there, and you could go through it like that. I think that's legitimately just a great freaking feature. That's legit a great feature. Pacific Drive, no. Tactical Breach Wizards, I don't know. UFO 50, haven't played it. Warhammer 40k Space Marines 2. UFO 50, before the Game Awards, I will touch this game so I could talk more about it. Warhammer 40k Space Marines 2, I think in gameplay design is here fighting with Astrobot. And the only reason why I give the edge to Astrobot is because we haven't seen this type of game, period, in a while, and we haven't seen it done in even longer, on top of the fact that we haven't seen it done, period, like a good 10 years. But Warhammer 40k, I don't want to say is more typical. Warhammer 40k is more comfortable to most people who are modern day gamers and modern day video game players, because it's a simple game that has guns. It has role playing through like you saying for the Emperor and stuff like that, and it has a very large community to get into, which is separate from the gameplay design. Not really, because like the lore of a game affects the design. Because for example, Astro Bot has very bare bones and minimal lore, but the ways that it does express its lore through the music, through the environment, is a part of the gameplay design. So yeah, scratch that, add that back on. So like the lore and the room and freedom for role play is just good. It's just great in my opinion. So for my personal pick, I would say it's up in the air between Warhammer and Astrobot. Bellotaro, for being a new idea, is probably in the running for most people, but in my opinion, not really. Because I will commend them. Because I do sit up here and say a lot that basically it's a lot of companies trying to make the next invention with the same amount of impact as the wheel, when sometimes y'all don't gotta reinvent the wheel. Niggas just gotta make the best wheel on the market. You don't have to innovate wheel technology. You can see that this person makes their wheels octagonal and realize, oh, it's better to put out smooth wheels where the whole thing is circular because it just goes over the road better. Oh, it doesn't make sense to use stone wheels. It makes more sense to use wheels with wooden spokes. Oh, it makes more sense to use wheels with rubber with air on the end. In all of those examples, the wheel wasn't reinvented. You just said, here's a flaw with everybody else's wheel. Here's what I can bring to the table. Me fixing that flaw. Sometimes that's all you got to do, and Bellotaro definitely did that, because there's plenty of other mobile poker games, but theirs is roguelite, so it has something different, something that guarantees the gameplay is going to continuously be mixed up and changed and different and have a different feel to it every time. Best narrative: Black Myth Wukong, I don't know. Black Ops 6, while I do have the game, I have never and will never touch the campaign. Dragon Age of Veilguard, not sure. Actually, I'm not qualified for this category. I'll say I'm not qualified for this category because I feel like to properly speak on the narrative of a game, you have to play it at least at 80%. I'll be lenient. 60% to be able to tell. Best new IP: Animal Well, Bellotaro, Black Myth Wukong. Astrobot's not going to be in the running for this category because of not only Astro's Playroom, there's like an Astro game from like 2013 or something like that on PS4. But Animal Well, Bellotaro, Black Myth Wukong, I feel like these two are the strongest in this category. Little Kitty, Big City, Metaphor Refantasia. Ooh, they have Atlas behind them, so there's. Ooh, I see Stellar Blade, Pacific Drive, The Plucky Squire, Stellar Blade, Still Wakes the Deep. Don't know. So the way I'ma go by judging this category is I'ma go by what out of these do I think is iconic in a way to where if it was to burst out of the gaming sphere and burst onto casual gaming realms, what is their most recognizable thing about their game, period, that the average person, and how good would it be? All right, I'm fucking up the explanation to this. I need to cut the music off. I'm looking at this in the sense of being that it is a new IP. If this does break out of just being in the gaming sphere, how well recognizable would their most recognizable thing be from the game? Whether their most recognizable thing is gameplay, character design, story, writing. If their most recognizable thing gets outside of the gaming community, how much staying power does it have by just existing? Fuck what it gets enhanced by just existing. How much staying power does it have? Okay, Animal Well, as someone who doesn't play Animal Well, I don't know anything iconic from that game. Bellotaro, that little Joker mascot from the game, that shit is definitely iconic, and I could definitely see that going past this generation. Black Myth Wukong, generic monkey man. Generic overpowered monkey man, essentially. No. Haven't played it. Metaphor Refantasio, the main character, the blue haired dude, doesn't have a unique enough look, in my opinion. In my opinion, he doesn't have a unique enough look. Now, is his look unique for the series? Is his look unique in terms of not being a copy paste of somebody else? Yes. But in terms of, is the design of that character, the main character in Metaphor, iconic? I don't know about Pacific Drive. The Plucky Squire, I think, out of everything here, has... Hold on a second. Hey, come here. Come here, sir. You are not allowed to do that, bet. Tequila, nigga. Tequila, nigga. Have fun with that. Down. Again, doesn't matter where you lay down, just down. There you go. Anyway, the Plucky Squire, the most recognizable thing I would say about it is between the fact that you can make its gameplay 2D and 3D and some of the character designs. So the character designs in Plucky Squire, I honestly see as something that could become an iconic staple in gaming for generations to come, especially in addition to the way that it introduced the idea of playing the game in 2D and 3D. From the beginning, I said, this looks like a cool idea. This looks like an idea that could go crazy, and if implemented correctly, can go triple platinum. And as we're seeing right now, I'm not sure about triple platinum, but this game is definitely going platinum. Stellar Blade. Eve is an iconic character, if not for the goofiness of her character, also for her character design in terms of gooning. Technical achievement. Unless there's something okay, now I'm gonna need y'all to help me out in the comments with this one, because this shit goes to Warhammer 40k by far, in my opinion. Now, if there's another game that has more things on screen but still runs well and runs as smoothly as Warhammer 40k Space Marines 2 does, please let me know. But I don't think a single thing on this list has something as impressive as me being able to see over 1,000 Tyranids on this game and not drop a single fucking frame. And all of them have, I won't say completely, but slightly different behavior patterns. I don't know anything up here that's on that level of surprising and spectacular. So just throw, even with Astrobot, throw this whole fucking category away. Warhammer should fucking sweep. Performance leading role, performance in a supporting role. Not gonna lie, I'm not informed enough on these two categories. What else we have? And yeah, that's it for regular categories. But now we get to scroll back up and look at the Game of the Year game. Best video games of 2024. So the contenders are, oh wait, that's giving descriptions. Okay, Control F. No. Okay, so their essentially Game of the Year award is best game. Okay, so their best game nominees are, pretend like I'm opening a little envelope. I'm opening a little envelope. Animal Well. Oh wait, hold on. Let me get an instrumental. I'm not showing nothing. And the best game award nominees are Animal Well, Astrobot, Balataro, Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Metaphor Refantasio, Thank Goodness You're Here, and Warhammer 40k Space Marines 2. I like the little pauses I did. I said I hosted the party. I hosted before. But anyway, I think for my choice, alright, I'm gonna go down the list and I'm gonna talk about each game's strengths and weaknesses. And then to hold you in suspense, blue ball you a little bit, play with you, edge you a little bit through the screen. I'm gonna tell you about every game up here that I have experience with, what my experience is, the good. Fuck that. I'm gonna just tell you the good and the bad. Animal Well, never played it. Can't tell you the good and the bad. Astrobot though, best game probably on this list, but we have more stuff to talk about, so that's still to be determined. But Astrobot, bro, the platforming was clean. The music was clean. The gameplay design was clean. The support for the game is still going on in a good way, and they're still adding new wonderful things into the game that's enhancing my purchase. They're always adding new features and new secrets into the game. Like, for example, there's a secret in the game that you have to play through Astro's Playroom in order to unlock bots in Astro Bot. So they went and retroactively added stuff from Playroom into Astro Bot. That's just an amazing feature. Now, what I will say is the downside of this, if I had to pick at least one downside, I'm struggling. I'm struggling because I literally had no complaints about this. Oh, the only downside is the camera. Camera in this game is fucking atrocious, and the way that it zooms in, zooms out, and the way that it's scaled, it is really hard to tell what the fuck you're doing sometimes, but at least you're looking at a gorgeous and playing at an extremely fun game while you're doing it. Balataro, the strengths of this game is that it's simple, it's portable, it's quick, it's fast, it's fun, it's easy. It has the quintessential basics for a mobile game. What do I mean when I say that? The best strengths of mobile games or on-the-go type games are that they're quick, they're fast, they're fun. You could pick up and leave off in a game. Not only on a technical level in terms of it saves your progress no matter what, but you could pick up the game and leave off in a game whenever the fuck you want and still come back, and it's just as fun of an experience, and it's a nice, compact, quick experience. Because Balataro not only does that in terms of being a fun experience, it's a spin on something classic. So it's something that's different yet familiar all at the same time. That's never a bad thing to have something that's familiar, but a little bit different as well. The music on this game fucking slaps. The visual style, the visual design on this game, gorgeous. This game looks fucking great 100% of the time, no matter what you're doing. Even a feature where you could strengthen or turn off the CRT filter, like just stuff like that in a game where they even let you low-key play with the graphics a little bit, even for a mobile game, which is extremely rare. It's just great. Black Myth Wukong, its strengths, not gonna lie, I'm struggling. We're just gonna skip that one. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. This game is another Call of Duty game, but what have I been saying over and over the whole time I've been going through this list? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you gotta do is make a wheel better than whatever the current best wheel is. So if the best wheel is made by, let's say, Embark Studios with the finals, you just gotta make a better wheel than whatever wheel Embark got. Okay? Now, do I think Black Ops 6 gameplay wise is better than the finals? No, but Black Ops 6 has a more active fan base right now because it just came out, so I'm more on Black Ops 6 than I am the finals. But Call of Duty Black Ops 6, its biggest strengths honestly are the new additions to movement this year, that being the Omni movement, where you could do all the crazy slides and dips and dives and stuff like that. So the cool addition of the Omni movement and the way that they introduced gunplay in this game. What I will say about this game in terms of negatives though, is that the maps in this game aren't really that good, especially the zombies maps. Like Terminus, that's definitively the worst zombies map because I could tell there's some dipshit out there like, no, well, actually, if you play, they're sitting there at their keyboard furiously typing, well, actually, if you go to Call of Duty such and such, and you go to and you do the on that map, the Easter eggs are trash and that one's worse, you're wrong, you're stupid, and also, you should get a noose, tie yourself to a ceiling fan that's very sturdy, you bitch ass nit. Like, no, bro, I don't give a fuck. I said out of what I played, that shit is the worst Call of Duty map I've ever fucking played in my life. Worst one, hands down, just ass. In terms of the maps for the game, I won't say none of the maps are like standout amazing or that they're anything great, but I don't hate them. Cause like, The few people I have heard actually talk about the maps in Call of Duty this year have been saying they don't like them. But to me, it's like they're not that bad. They're just not as great as like a Black Ops 3 or like a OG Modern Warfare Rust or something like that. Or even like Nuketown. Like, they're just not on par with that. But those levels definitely do make sense in terms of like optimizing it for the different gameplay styles and ways that you could play the game on that map. So it's up in the air with the map selection in that game. That's what I would say personally is my biggest complaint. That, and I just hate grinding and unlocking guns, but that's a Call of Duty staple, Call of Duty classic at this point. So Helldivers 2, its biggest strength is the community. By far its biggest strength is its community, because not only is the community keeping the game alive, the community is the biggest part, the biggest reason why this game is heavily not monetized. What am I looking for? Why this game is heavily fun. Like, the community is the fun of this game. Because if the community of this game was like a Call of Duty Black Ops 6 community, this game would have been like the gang that K-Flock is allegedly in. DOA, dead on arrival. Helldivers 2 wouldn't have survived. It wouldn't have lasted. The reason why it's lasted this long is because even though Sony slam dumped that Game of the Year nomination in a trash can in the eyes of many people, they still have a strong fan base playing this game, and that's because of the role play in this game of pretending that you're a soldier trying to spread freedom for Super. So that's the biggest strength. Biggest weakness, the fact that you gotta play the game to interact with this community. Fuck that damn game. I haven't played this, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I've seen a lot of footage, but I haven't played it, so I'm just going off of what I've seen. Based off of what I've seen, the good things about this game is it's an Atlas game. The bad things is it's an Atlas thing. So what do I mean by the good things? It's an Atlas game. Anything that's good about an Atlas game in previous games is here in this game. The bad thing about Atlas games, them bitches is 2 million years long. It's gonna take you a decade, 3 wives, and 4 championship rings to finish this freaking game. Game is 100 million quintillion hours long. Thank goodness you're here. Never played it. Warhammer 40k Space Marines 2. Just like Helldivers, one of his biggest strengths, I'll say, is the community. Now, unlike Helldivers 2, its weakness is not the fact that you have to interact with the community to play this game. I'll get to that in a second. But the gameplay in this game, as I said earlier, just to recap, the gameplay in this game is freaking phenomenal. Not only is the gameplay in this game fun and engaging, there's different diverse ways to engage with that already fun and engaging system, even if you were forced to engage with it in a limited sort of way. The story I've been playing so far, I won't say that the actual writing in the story is fire, but the levels and the set pieces and the designs in the story, fucking amazing. And like I said, in terms of technical achievement, the fact that you could have thousands of enemies on screen with all these different AI in the game interacting in different ways, fucking crazy. Now, again, I will read the nominees. Wait. Again, I will read the nominees to Best Game: Animal Well, Astrobot. Wait. And now, the nominees for Best Game are Animal Well, Astrobot, Balataro, Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Metaphor Refantasio, thank goodness you're here, and Warhammer 40k Space Marines 2. And the winner is hold on, I'm having a little bit of difficulties opening up this envelope. Astrobot! Astrobot. Alright, but yeah. In my opinion, Astrobot is like, even after reviewing the list, Astrobot is the best game up here, because a lot of the other games up here that are great, there's something already similar on the market. Even though they're the best of what they are on the market, there's already a lot of things similar on the market. So the market is not really in demand of that thing itself, period. So for example, Warhammer 40k Space Marines 2, it's a slow, more methodical, tactical shooter. Gears already exist. Metaphor Refantasio, Persona 3 Reloaded came out this year. And there's plenty of other JRPGs that are coming out all the time. Helldivers 2, I'll give it to Helldivers 2. That one hit a new niche, but most people view that as like a shooter, even though it's more unique because it's a PvE, team only, no PvP, even though you and your people could just drop on a random planet, and because there's friendly fire, PvE it out that way. There is no PvP, it's just a straight PvE game. It's still a shooter, and we have a lot of over-the-shoulder third-person shooters on the market. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, some people can't even call FPS, can't even go a fucking one new FPS game without asking if it's a Call of Duty killer. Black Myth Wukong, there's a lot of Soulsborne type, Souls-like, Souls-light type games on the market already. So this is not really fulfilling something new or something demanded on the market. Ballotaro, it's a poker game. There's thousands of poker games. Now there's not roguelike poker games, which goes back to what I was saying before I started, that Ballotaro is like a lot of these games up here. They're not reinventing the wheel, they're just, you know, sanding it down to make sure it's smoother, but still, this is the smoothest wheel out of the poker games that are out and available to play right now. Astrobot right now, like, seriously, who's competing with Astrobot in terms of the platformer space? A lot of gaming studios are scared shitless to make a game that's just a platformer. So if they do make a game that's a platformer, they make sure it's a hybrid with something else. For example, what's the name of that game? Like Flintlock. Flintlock, for people who didn't play the demo or who didn't play the game, that game was a platformer. It was just an action adventure platformer. So most people really consider it an action adventure game. So on and so forth. You could kind of understand what I'm saying from this point on. But that being said, now that we are done talking about the BAFTAs, let's talk about how Marvel